What's going on, guys? My name's Yellow, S2KB Tech, and I'm playing some MX vs ATV REFLEX. This is another custom track review. This is ULURU. It's a pretty neat area. There's a nationals track and a Supercross track, but what makes it neat is there's a wet version as well. We're on the dry one right now, but I will show you both. I'm going to do a lap of the nationals track dry, then wet, and then the Supercross track, same thing, dry, then wet. It's pretty neat. The wet really makes a big difference, but it's a lot of fun. It's a good balance. So anyway, here we go, live, so don't expect much. I hope I can hit some of the neat lines that this track really has, but it's a tough one. It's a tough track for sure. But anyway, the start straight is really rough. It's kind of neat. You just got to lean back and pin it. It's kind of cool coming into here and hitting these ruts. There's multiple options through there, but you can get into trouble if you go too quick into them. This big old scrub over it, obviously I didn't go quite quick enough, but it's a hard one to judge the speed on. There's a different rhythm through that as well, but it's not that big of a deal. Just a little floater. You can scrub it if you can. That's the best way to hit it, I think. Kind of rail this outside. You want to hit this triple, but it's easy to overjump. You can actually quad it, I believe, but it's not a line that I normally hit. You want to go flat out through here. See if you can suck up as much speed as you can. Come on. Oh, not quite made it, but as you can see, it can be a little difficult sometimes. But you really got to stretch it out. It's kind of neat. Kind of go inside here. We don't really want to jump into the face of that. Choked up a little much. I thought I was going to case it. This jump is pretty neat. Kind of went a little too wide there, but you can really cut it, and it's just a neat hip that you can scrub or throw a big whip over. Kind of a neat scrub up that. I've never hit it like that before. Inside rut. You got to pin it to make this step down. I usually hit this step on over here. And then you can slow down a little bit, but then pin it at the end, and you can clear this whole thing. It's kind of difficult. I'm glad I made it there so I could show you what it looked like, but it's a little sketchy. You really got to hit that at the right speed. You want to hit this as hard as you can and keep up your momentum, because there's these whoops here, and if you slow down through these whoops, they really jack you up. Kind of cool rough into this huge table. You can usually throw some pretty neat whips over that. Flat out into here. Whoa, kind of wheelied into it. Hopefully I can still clear this double here. Obviously not the best way to hit that, but there's an example. You always have to stretch out that last double though. It's kind of neat. It's difficult. Whoa. Didn't mean to hit it like that. That's okay though. Some neat ruts through there. Let up a lot through this. It's really hard to pick the right speed for that one. A little bit of an overjump, but still neat. And yeah, there you go. There is a lap of this track dry. And we can switch over to the wet one after I try to throw a scrub over this. Not a scrub, I guess a whip. But that's alright. This is a fun line through here too. It's a little cheap, but anyway, here we go. I'm going to switch over to the wet version of this track. Back out to my free ride area. Pull up my 450, and it should be track 8. Okay, here we go. Wet lap. I'm just going to see what we can do here. It's definitely difficult, that's for sure. You really got to be careful, especially on parts like this. You'll slide a lot. Figure the easiest way is just try to rail that outside instead of trying to pick one of those nasty ruts. Try to throw a good whip over that. That looked nice. Just do the double single. That's alright. Kind of neat over that too. Not that pretty, but it looked kind of cool. Way overjumped this. Hopefully I don't crash. That's alright. Try to keep our traction pinned. Come on. Be sweet to make this gap. I'll show you what it's like. Come on. Yeah, that'd be so hard to make in the wet. It's pretty neat though. You want to cut that and land on that downslope there, but I didn't do it either lap. Hopefully I can still clear this. Pinned. Going to come up a little short, but I'm not that concerned because this jump isn't that critical. Oh, I went really fast into it. I didn't think I had that much speed. Big old scrub there. See if I can still hit the inside. Nope, going to have to go for the out. Just pin it, lean back. Sometimes if you case that, it's a pain in the butt. I'm going to show you this other line accidentally. It's all about controlling your speed through there. That's a difficult one as well, really. It's easy to overcook it into that corner. Same here. You really got to get on the brakes there before this corner. Try to keep up our momentum even in the wet. Oh, this is sick. It's so much fun. Oh, I let up too much. I have no idea why I just did that. That's okay. Oh, I think that's a sign. That's a sign that I need to hit this big table a little bit nicer. Alright, I'm going to start back here. Hopefully you guys don't mind. I think if you're really concerned, you already saw a good bit of this, so I want to hit this alright. Ah, it's so sick right there with these whoops and it being all wet and having to keep up your momentum. There we go. That was a better way to hit that, for sure. Get on the brakes. Pin it. Made our step on, or that just kind of double. Oh, wow. Big over jump. You can probably triple that, but I can never get it. It's so hard. I'll have to play with that section some other time. Just try to rail that. Kind of missed that single. It's kind of a sweet way to hit it. Hit that rut. Really sketchy, but I tried to keep it straight and landed it pretty perfect, actually. And there you go. There is a wet version of the Nationals track, and then we'll switch over to the Supercross track here right now. Alright, here we are on the Supercross track. It's just a tiny bit away from the Nationals track. I might show you at the very end of this if you're curious of where it is in relation to the Nationals track. Yeah, dry. We'll see how this goes, and then we'll switch over to wet. I might do maybe 3 laps. I think that's fair because it's a pretty short track, but it's neat. It's cool to have this with a Nationals track. Alright. Hit this wide, triple, single into the corner. You want to choke up a little bit going into that face. Still overjumped, but you want to give it a choke up on both of these. Overjumped this, but I'll just hit it like a big hip. I'll have to hit that a little bit better next time, but that's okay. This section's kind of neat. Obviously, I totally jacked it up, but you're trying to turn into those whoops, and it's a 90, so it's kind of difficult to keep up your momentum sometimes. Little step on that I totally failed, but I'll easily pick it up before. And I actually like to step on, step off on this as well, but I'll do that next lap. Same thing, you want to keep up your momentum through those whoops. That's the way to do it right there. So that was a pretty sloppy lap, that's for sure. Ended it sloppy as well, but let's hit a solid lap here. Try to be smooth and hit the lines that we need to be hitting. Single into the corner is kind of weird. Choke up a little bit. Over jump, that's okay. Don't really need to hit this that fast. That was a pretty good speed for that. There we go. That's a decent way to hit that. And here we go. I'll actually hit the step on right this time. It's pretty easy. I don't know how I messed it up. Square it up, step on, step off again. And that's a better representation of this track for sure. Pretty quick into the whoops, on the brakes. Big old double. And we'll go into our last lap here, try to finish decent. But I might try some different lines if I can. So I'm going to double. Whoa, double, double. Can't really change much here. Still a big over jump. Go wide this time because we can. I'll try to cut this a little bit more this time. It's kind of fun to figure that out and figure out where you need to have your balance. Can't really do much else here, so just still step on, step off. With this outside. I always choke up there, but I guess you can just hit it flat out. Ugly into these whoops. But yeah, there you go. There is a lap of the Supercross track dry. Now let's switch over to the wet version of this track really quickly. Alright, and here the Supercross track is wet. We'll see how this goes. It is pretty slippery. I just did a couple laps and it was pretty rough, but I think I have it down. Yeah, let's see if we can hit some of these lines. Obviously the Supercross track isn't like the coolest track ever, but it's not bad. Alright, I'm going to actually double through here in the best looking way possible. There we go. Trying to get the speed right for these. That was pretty good. Real slippery there, as you can see. It's pretty nuts. going to slow down a little bit just so I can keep up my momentum into these whoops. Last thing you want to do is get going too slow through those whoops. There we go. Step on, step off. We'll square it up. See if we can still huck it. Oh, that's a hard line. See if I can hit it again next time. Sideways into these whoops. You got to lean back to try to get that traction. A little sloppy at the end. Over jump on that double. Alright, see what we can do here. Try to put together a nice lap. Try to pick up the pace, but also be consistent here. Big over jump, but I don't think it matters that much. Still let up a little bit. Good speed on that. Oh, into the tough blocks. I knew that was going to happen. It's real hard to stay out of those. I'm trying pretty hard, honestly. Probably doesn't look like it. I probably look like a goon, but this is difficult, I promise. Nice. That was a nice corner there. I don't know why I'm letting off on that every time. Sideways. Oh, almost went into the tough blocks. Alright, let's try to get a good last lap here. Try to see if I can hit this inside rut. That was actually kind of neat. Aw, man. Figures I would hit that. It's okay. A little bit of an overjump. Overjump again. Not too bad, though. It's cool when you actually get some ruts built in. It seems like you can actually use them. It's kind of cool. Try to go wide. Man, you really cannot flick that wide in there. That was like the worst lap ever. Oh my gosh. I have to do one more lap, I think. I know I said 3, but I totally lied. I have to do one more. I can't end on this. I guess I'll show you this other line here while I can. That was actually pretty nicely done for it being wet. Sideways into the whoops. That's so much fun. It's kind of hard. It's kind of fun to work these insides but still try to hit the jumps. Alright. One little bonus lap. How exciting. Triple single. Oh, I let up, I think, too much there. Yeah, that's a bummer. Kind of ruined it, but that's alright. I hit pretty nice the rest of the times. Okay. There we go. That's kind of how I want to hit it, where you're really just using the whole track and sliding and stuff. That's a lot of fun. And the rest of the track isn't that hard. I love this line. Yeah, nice. I'm getting that pretty good. That's fun in the wet. See, it wasn't really that exciting in the dry, but a lot of fun in the wet. Try to hit this on the inside. No, not going to happen. But anyway, guys, that is Uluru. It's a pretty awesome area. I really like it. The Supercross track isn't near as strong as the Nationals track, but you can't complain when you get 2 for 1. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Peace out.